Okay, hello everyone. So welcome back to calculating the step 2 of the modified Jones model. And in this step, we will be looking at the formula number 2, which was presented in the last presentation. So I have given you the formula on the top of this chart, and I've collected for the period 20x1 to 20x6, and I have some notes below. So purpose of this exercise or this step is to identify the alpha values, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, likewise. And I have deconstructed this equation into simple format, like understandable. This is a complex equation. I've deconstructed one item at a time, so it will give you a clear idea of what is happening. Okay. Now, the main purpose of this, as I explained earlier, is to calculate the alpha values. Even though I have given you the final, like to add all the components, it is not necessary. So I'll just say this, not necessary. But I've just added for the educational purposes. So here I've added ABC Limited and the EF Limited, X1 to X6, 20X1 to 20X6. And please note, I have added 20X0 before ABC Limited and the EF Limited. Why? Because as you can see, the asset base here, or the A for I comma t minus 1 means 1 year prior information. You need to have it, but for this education purpose I have not inserted any figures here. But when you are doing with real world data, you need to have those figures inserted. This is a regression formula which has the properties of y is equal to mx plus c characteristics, meaning that this is similar to the linear equation, but this is known as multi-regressional model. If it's very complex like the multi-regressional model, you can do the alpha calculation using SPSS, but for ease of reference, I'm doing using Excel sheet application, so you'll have an understanding. Alpha values has to be reverse calculated, meaning you first insert all the figures in, then you calculate backwards. Always use absolute figures except for alphas. So alphas, if it shows negative, let it be. But when it comes to these calculation, internal calculation for revenue and receivables, you see this triangle symbol, it means delta, meaning change. So T IT, revenue for company I for the period T, change, meaning prior year to this year. So I've added some fictional figures and you minus. But notice here, when you're minusing, I'm using absolute figures. Even for revenue receivables, delta revenue, I'm using this. So likewise, I'm using absolute values throughout the internal calculations here. Okay. If you have industry-wise classification, then the alpha values has to be calculated separately. If it's company, they will have separate. Okay. So assume that this ABC and DF is one industry, food industry. So have one alpha values. You don't need to calculate for ABC separately, DEF separately. It's just one alpha values. But here I'm using company-wise or organization-wise, which has ABC Limited and DEF Limited. So have separate alpha values. Okay, so here let's complete this sheet. I have just added one, you have to just drag it, and I'll just copy it here. It'll automatically calculate, and I'll finish here. There's the same thing here again, and just drag this one down, and So you can see the formatting is gone. Just go to home, put the command denominator and put it to millions, and likewise. Okay, so now I'm just going to finish this one here. Says I'm going to multiply this into this. So here what I'm doing is I'm taking P6 multiplying by Q6, and these are just Excel denomination. As you can see, P into Q, so the R value is here. So I'm just going to take this format painting and putting it over here, and again I'm just going to track and fill, copy this formula here, and it will automatically come back. Then I'm just going to minimize the decimals. I'm going to save again. So always Control S, Command S, depending on the software or company you're using. So again here, I need to get this P into this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to insert here. Then I'm going to just say, take this and I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to no fill, and I'm going to, this is same thing. I'm going to say U6 into V6. So I'm going to multiply this by this. Okay, then I'm going to do this and do it the same thing. Okay, so I have everything completed. Now, like I said, if you have industry-wise classification, let's say food and beverages, manufacturing, so you need to have one alpha for the food and one alpha for the manufacturing. If you have it like company-wise, just calculate it company-wise. So for this, we're going to take these alpha values and we're going to insert them into step 3. Okay, so how do we do it? So we're going to just take this section here, but for the Y value, like I said, the dependent, it's always going to be this. This is you're going to be your Y values always. So now I'm just going to go to data analysis, regression. Then for Y range, I'm going to put from ABC only that much. And for X, I'm just going to take from X1 to X6 this. Okay, so I'm going to put it into a new worksheet, say alpha 1. I'm going to click receivables and I'm going to press OK. And some of the output will come in another sheet next to step 1. So here I'm just going to say variables. So here it's an intercept, and just take x1 variable here. It's a minus figure. So just take that figure away from here. And just go back to step 2. Just insert it here and just say, and just reduce it to, that's okay. So it will be the same figures for everything. So I'm just going to put it here. These values. Okay, again do the same thing. So what you're going to go to data analysis and regression, and the Y will be the same, but your X range will be difference from here to here. Okay, then again say alpha 1, just say 2 and click on it, then it will come back. Then just take the coefficient, it's a positive one, just take it from here and fill it in. So again, you go back to home, just simplify to 3 decimals like that. Now what you have to do is you have to just multiply this one, this. Okay, then you will have this figure. But the main idea here is to calculate the alpha values. So again, you just go here, you come back, go to data analysis, your Y will be the same. So do not change this unless if it's company wise, it's different. So just change this. Oh, I made a mistake here. It's okay, just give me a moment. I need to change the Y for here. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me delete this. Delete. Okay, I made a mistake because I did not change the y-axis for this. So what I have to do is, again, I have to go to data analysis, regression, then I need to remove this, and my y should be for B should be this one. It should not be the same. Again, x should be this one, and y alpha 2 residuals. Okay, then just go to the variable 1 coefficient, select that, then insert that over here, then just say values, and it'll be like that. So just similarly we have to do it for the rest of the alpha 1 and alpha 2. Okay, but you can have it and finalize it, or we can just need the alpha values here. So let's go, and we need to calculate this part. Okay, let me color this. So which one we are looking at? Okay, so again we go to data analysis, regression. We're going to click on X, we're going to move this, and we're going to select Y, and we're going to remove the X, and we're going to put the X input, and we're going to say alpha 2, and residuals, we're going to say okay, and a -2. Okay, then come back to step 2, then go to alpha, paste it, come here, paste values, then go to home and just insert it. Okay, so the formatting is let's convert number, because it's a number less than 2, so that's why it's showing like that. So let's go here, and because it's a value less than 2, because these are fictional figures and it's showing a less value. So never mind, let's just say 2.20 for just for the study purposes. We're just gonna say it's 242 for this. Okay, again we go back to data analysis, regression. We're gonna change the y input from here. Then the X, we're going to change it back to this one, and you're going to say minus. Okay, again it's going to be a less than 0 value because it's a fictional, so I'm just going to say -1361 just for the time, -1.3161. okay, I'm just going to say it like that. Okay, save it here, and I'm gonna go back here again, and from here I'm just going to say, again I'm going back to data analysis, regression. I'm going to say I'm going to change it to alpha 3, and I'm going to change this, and I'm going to go to X, y from here, x is going to be range from here to here. Then I'm just going to say alpha residuals, and again this is same issue as earlier because it's not actual figures, it's just fictional. So I'm just going to put here this, and I'm just going to remove the, because it's less than your value, that's why you guys are not getting the figures. Okay, I'm just going to say, let's do a formatting painter here, take it up, do this, and I'm going to just see it, and I'm going to go number. Okay, I'm just going to do this, and okay, that's fine. So again, it's a minus figure, negative figure, that's fine. Now I'm going to do the same thing again, go to data, so data analysis, regression, and I'm going to do for this one, so click on it. Okay, why I'm going to change it to, it's going to be from 15, E15 to E20. I'm just going to change it here, 20. Then this, it's going to be same. It's going to be 15. Oh, it went away. So I'm just going to put it over here. Then I'm going to click on the residuals, and I'm going to say OK. Oh, since the number is already taken, it just regenerated a new sheet. It's minus 2221. Okay, just going to copy this, and I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to insert it here. Oh, then back. So the main purpose of this is to calculate the alpha values. Okay, so once we have the alpha values, because steps 3 requires NDA, non-discretionary, to be reverse calculated. So we need to have the alpha values so we can do a reverse calculation. So once you have the alpha values for alpha A, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, just copy them, go to your step 3, then just insert them. So this should be alpha 1. Okay, alpha 1. There you go. And alpha 2. And there you go. Alpha 2. And alpha 3. So again, these are not actual figures. That's why we are getting a negative, sometimes positive. But since this is a fictional data set or numbers generated by myself, so it's going to give you a different answer. So this is the step 2, just to calculate the alpha values. You can use SPSS, but if it's in Excel, it's easier, just takes a couple of minutes to do it, and maybe a couple of hours depending on the size of your data sets. But this is the way to calculate the alpha values. Okay, thank you everyone for watching this short video. Next we are going to look at step 3 on how to calculate the NDA. So let's move on.